Now, given that it's February the 14th, this seems a fair question. How far would you go? How high would you climb for your Valentine? Well, this next story might put your answer to shame. Because when a young, starving Indian artist first laid eyes on a Swedish tourist, it was love at first sight. After a whirlwind romance, the couple, PK and Charlotte, married in a tribal ceremony. But soon after that, Charlotte had to go back home again. So a determined PK vowed they would meet again, and indeed, a year later, with $80 in his pocket, with a bike and some paintbrushes, PK cycled the hippie trail through India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran and Turkey, cycling around about 70 kilometres every day. He then hitchhiked into Europe, and the couple were eventually reunited after more than 4 months on the road. And then they're married again. Well, quite a story, isn't it? 42 years of official marriage later, they are with us here in the Global Studio. So PK and Charlotte Mahanandya, thank you both very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Wow, they say luck was all, PK. That was a pretty mammoth effort.
Yeah.
Any doubts in your mind you were going to get there?
Yes, I had one. Sometimes I had little doubts because I thought I will die, but I will meet her next life.
Oh, that's fair. That's a fair enough reason to... I mean, look, let's start with the story, how you met. Because you were an artist, so you were doing little portraits, were you? And
sketches.
Along comes a certain young lady.
Yes, it's a blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, and I got frightened, actually. I must do justice to her beauty, you know. So I thought maybe I cannot do it, that doubt I had. And I did it anyway. And she paid me doubles, and I asked for 10, and she gave me 20.
Excellent.
And I said, if you come back tomorrow, I will do a little better, maybe. She came back, she wanted to have another portrait, and I did 3 portraits.
Right.
In 3 days.
Wow, well, he obviously impressed you, Lotta. That's the sort of haggling that is correct for Valentine's Day, isn't it? The price goes up. And what did you make of this chap?
Well, there was attraction at first sight, and going back in my childhood, I had a dream meeting a jungle boy, an elephant boy.
Right.
So he was sitting there with his curly hair and smiling face with the white teeth. So...
Well, he hasn't changed much then, has he?
No, not much.
Oh, yeah.
Still fits the bill. So, OK, so you had how long in India, and why did you have to go back again?
I had to go back because I took leave from work, and I was also going to finish my studies.
Yeah.
So that's why I returned.
So, right, and when you left, obviously you'd married tribally, you'd had a ceremony, so you're obviously bound to each other. But was it just going to happen that PK was going to come over? How did you know? Did you honestly believe? Was it all a sort of pretty much a done deal, or just you thought you'd had a nice romantic time and maybe life moves on?
Actually, my thought was to go back in August in '76. But my mum said, you please be realistic, and you finish your studies and you write letters to make sure that you really fit for each other.
Parents. Always anxious about what you might be doing to yourself. Well, look, PK, you made the journey. You went on that extraordinary trek. I bet you had a few adventures on the way.
Yeah. I had no knowledge of geography. I don't know how far it was. I was mixing up with Switzerland with Sweden. And if I would have known, I don't think I would have dared to come, you know. So I'll do it or I'll die. That I decided, you know. She came by car. It will take 30 times or 20 times more by bicycle. I sold everything and I bought the bicycle for 60 rupees only.
That's extraordinary.
And I knew only thing that where sun is setting in the west, that way I have to.
So you just kept following the sun?
Yes. And that was hippie trail. I met wonderful people. So many series of beautiful meetings. They instructed me, they fed me, and I'm very thankful to many people.
Now, what I want to know is, OK, this was in the mid-'70s.
Yes.
So your mobiles weren't working because you didn't have one. Yeah, exactly. Did you even know, Lotta, that PK was en route? And if so, where he was on the journey at any point?
Yeah, we wrote letters to each other. And at that time, you had a post restante in the big cities.
So you could go, you knew where to go each time, right?
The main post office, I showed my passport, Mahanandya, then I said my family name is M. And I get thousands of letters the postman will give, and I will search my own letter.
So how many letters did you get en route? Was she good
I
to you?
wrote, I think, more than she wrote back, because I missed
It's always the way, isn't it? Yeah. You missed a few on the way.
Yeah.
So there's still some letters out there, possibly, somewhere, waiting to be read and picked up.
Fascinating, if you can find out.
So let's get to the, the destination. You've arrived. You're now in Lotta's land. I mean, did it all just feel as if you'd seen each other the day before? Did you carry off exactly where you left off? How was it?
Yeah, I think it went on like that.
Yeah.
It was such a strong feeling between us. So, yeah.
Well, needless to say, it's a happy ending. But where is the happy ending? Where do you live now? And where's
West
home?
Sweden. West Sweden. I arrived in Gothenburg, and it was 28th May, spring. Anime was blooming, and the flowers. And I said, it's a lovely country, so clean, and clean water to drink, clean air to breathe. Not so much dirty like in my home country, So I said I landed in paradise, and.
Well, it's paradise till you get about sort of October, November, December. Then it's blooming cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cold, but it's healthy. It's good for health, and I do yoga, So every day I stand half an hour on my head.
Right.
So it feels good, and.
And did you presumably you went back? Did you to India before? Yeah.
Oh yeah, but she travels often to my village. We have some project helping students there and tribal students, so she's going there.
So give us a message. I mean, really, it does sound like a love conquers all story.
Yeah.
Has everyone got one of these stories in them, do you think?
Well, yeah.
You're just the lucky ones.
Well,
Yeah,
but I think we consider that we married in two ways, physical and spiritual.
Yeah.
And the spiritual level will never be separated.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Lotta, PK, thank you very much indeed for joining us on Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you
Very much. And that is Global for now. Stay with us here on BBC World News. Thanks for watching.